Hi, welcome to Storytime today. Today we're going to read Pete the Cat, Out of This World. And this book is a little bit silly. Some of the other books we've been reading this week, there's lots of things in it that are true and you can learn some facts. This book has some things that are true, but some things that are a little bit silly. So I want you to think as we're reading about which parts of this book might be true and which parts might be silly. It's a great day for Pete the Cat is going to space camp. Pete meets his bunkmate Glenn. As they unpack, there's an announcement. Welcome, space campers. Please head to the classroom. Your mission now begins. Time to suit up, says Pete. He and Glenn put on their uniforms and race to class. There are so many cool things to do and super neat stuff to see. Astronaut Tom and Chris talk about the trips they've taken, and they give a sneak peek at future space trips. There's the Sun, and Earth, and Mars. You might remember some of the other books we read. They talk about the rest of the planets. This one is just focusing on those two. The campers find out what it feels like to be an astronaut. They go into the zero-gravity chamber. They ride in rovers, and they even build rockets. Pete's rocket flies very, very far. Way to go, Pete, shouts Glenn. Next stop is Mission Control. We have some exciting news, says Tom. Our next flight leaves today. We are going to the moon, and we have room for one more. Pete, do you want to go? Asks Sally. That would be awesome, says Pete. It's time to buckle up and settle in to the space capsule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. And there goes the rocket. Whoosh. And there the rocket is flying through space. The ship speeds through space. They blast past a satellite and even spot a comet. And that's the comet right there. Tom and Sally have a rockin' surprise for Pete. His guitar. He plays a groovy interstellar song for them. Mission Control listens in. And Mission Control is the people who are down on Earth who monitor what happens in space. And they monitor spaceships and rockets. They all get to listen to Pete. In no time at all, they arrive at the moon, and they are ready to explore. The astronauts collect rocks and map out the moon's surface. Pete has a very important job to do. He straps on a jetpack and heads toward Mars. He takes tons of pictures. And then I want you to think for a minute. Do you remember in the other books we read, it said that Mars was really, really far away. So I'm not sure if Pete would actually be able to get there with his jetpack. But this is kind of a silly book because it's about a cat in space. And that's okay. Oh no, Pete lost track of time and the moon is far, far away. He has to make it back to the ship before it blasts off. Uh-oh, will Pete make it? Whew, Pete made it back just in time. The astronauts head home, and there's time for a few more tunes. Pete sure knows how to make an entrance. Pete's trip to outer space was out of this world. Still, he's psyched to have his feet back on solid ground. Rocket on, Pete. And that's the end of our story. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.